Welcome to the Note to Self podcast. I'm your host, Zoe. I'm a certified professional life coach, serial entrepreneur, verified YouTuber, and published author. On this podcast, you can expect actionable tips, reflections, and inspiration to live your best, most fulfilling life. So, let's get started. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Note to Self. Today's Note to Self is a quantum perspective on intuition. So, this is an awareness that I recently brought into my life that changed things incredibly when it came to my intuition and just answering to my heart's desires. So, let's dive in. Quantum physics shows us that past, present, and future all exist in a now. So all possibilities exist, and each time that we create a choice or we make a choice, there's a whole new timeline that unfolds. Right? So I'm going to say that again. Quantum physics shows us that past, present, and future all exist in the now. So everything that you've ever been through and the multiple different probabilities or possibilities of that are also existing, and as well as in the present moment and as well as in the future. There's just, it's so much for our three-dimensional brains to comprehend, but let's sink into that of like, wow, there is literally infinite possibilities for my life. So that means that everything has already happened. The future has already happened, and multiple futures have already happened. Again, this is something that quantum physics shows us, is that the past, present, and future all exist in the now. The future of all different kinds has already unfolded. So the epiphany, the shift that came to my mind, is that your intuition is perhaps your future self saying, hey, Zoe, no, don't go to that place for lunch because I already tried it and it wasn't good, or I didn't feel so good afterwards. Again, so just sort of thinking into that or feeling into that perhaps your intuition is a future version of yourself pinging you to say, no, that I tried that and we didn't like it. Right? Because we know that our intuition, our internal compass, if we follow that more and more and more, if we were to follow it in every single moment, we would be aligned with our absolute highest timeline. So this really allowed me to lean into a next level trust with my intuition. I'm going to give you guys another example. So, recently I've hired a new coach, and this is a kinesiologist coach. I believe I've mentioned her before on this podcast. And when I came across her, I just felt like, yeah, I've got to work with her. Like I'm totally resonating with her energy. I just feel called to do this. This has been the same for every person that I've hired, whether it be a coach, whether it be a hypnotherapist, whether it be a masseuse. Like there's always something that is my intuition pinging me like, yeah, work with that person. And perhaps this is my future self pinging, hey, Zoe, work with this coach. This was actually the quantum leap to where you're finding clarity on where you want to go. So again, imagine that your future self is pinging you, and because it knows the vision that you have for your future because it's already been there, and it's sort of popping back in the present moment to say, hey, no, this is the path. This is the coach to work with. Yes, there's a reason why you feel intuitively drawn to this. Is because it's already happened and because it was wildly successful for you. And the same thing can go for people you meet, right? Vibes don't lie. Trust the vibe. Trust your intuition. Perhaps your intuition is pinging you when you feel like you are drawn to someone. Hey, Zoe, get to know that person. They have a great vibe and you end up learning a lot from them. You end up taking incredible steps and leaps into your future because they inspire you to do so. So your higher self knows where you're going. And as you elevate your vision, your higher self can offer more guidance. I'm going to repeat that. Your higher self knows where you're going. And as you elevate your vision, right, as you lift your gaze, your higher self can offer more guidance because you're willing to see it, right? You're willing to see things differently. You're willing in that expansion. You're calling it in. You're asking for it. So the more that you answer to your intuition, the more that it's going to show you. And this quantum perspective on intuition gives you all the more permission to follow that when you think about it being your future self. So the next time your intuition pings you, perhaps tune into that and just think about, hey, what if this is my future self saying, hey, I know what the right choice is here, follow it. This is what's actually leading you to where you want to go. This is the person that is a soul family partnership. This is the person who is going to inspire you. This is the coach that's going to take you to the next level. This is the restaurant that's actually going to feel amazing in your body. So I hope this sparked something for you guys today. And with closing out this episode, I would love to invite you into my 2-day masterclass called Wealthy and Well Traveled. We are going to be expanding your realm of possibilities like never before when it comes to your online business, wherever you may be with it, or the online business that you're desiring to start. So that's going to be June 1st and 2nd. Click the opt-in down below to hear more about it and get notified when it's on. Get inside the Facebook group where it's being held. And I'll talk to you guys in the next episode. Love you. Thank you for listening to Note to Self. If you enjoyed this episode, please help me out by rating and reviewing this show on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. If my energy is resonating with you and you feel the call to work with me, there are an abundance of ways to do so. I offer one-to-one life coaching programs, mastermind containers, and DIY courses, all of which are available through my website, zoearielpoulsen.com. Until next time, take note of all the abundance that surrounds you as you make the most of this game called life.